guys, today's video is going to be another episode of my So You Like series, where I recommend you things to watch, play, read, see or do based on something that I've been encountering myself recently in media. This month's source material is God of War, the 2018 PS4 game, which is a continuation and soft reboot of the, well, quite iconic ultra-violent series. There's been a lot of stuff that I can recommend based on this. Some of it pretty obvious if you actually look into it at all. So I've got some interesting ones to sort of suggest for this. God of War is very much based around Norse mythology, this one at least. The previous installations in the series have been primarily focused on Greek mythology and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of gods running around, there's various spins on Norse mythology this time around that are kind of interesting, and it's mainly focused around the heartwarming tale of Kratos, a god of war from Greece, and his son, who doesn't know that he's a god, but has also got abilities and things that kind of mark him out as a god. And it's this tale of them going somewhere, predicated by a death of Kratos' wife, Atreus, his son's mother. Those are the elements that we're kind of taking from the original source material, and we're going to extrapolate them out and give you some new things that you might not have thought about. The first and, quite frankly, most obvious thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on God of War is Logan. Yes, the last Hugh Jackman Wolverine film. We are going to just kind of expand on the fact that Logan is also based around a relationship between a parent and child. Logan has X-23, Laura, that he has to look after, and basically a lot of the story beats in Logan and in God of War are very similar, as ex-killers killed most of their families, redemption arc based on a child relationship. You know, there's a lot of stuff to do with that. In fact, this is probably the most unoriginal thing on this list, being as I've already seen someone put God of War to the sort of trailer that Logan had. So, you know, it's not terribly original, but it stands. The next thing I'm going to suggest is The Almighty Johnsons, which also has a very odd take on Norse mythology. It's a TV show from New Zealand, and it's revealed in that show that the Norse gods all ended up moving to New Zealand to go into hiding, and they've got a lot of interesting interactions and weird stuff that goes on with them, and Odin is a bit of a silly prick at times in Almighty Johnsons. Odin is a completely horrible prick in God of War, though we haven't met him yet. Also, Baldur plays vastly different but still pretty vital roles in both of them, so that's something. It's a shame that this series only got 3 seasons. Could have been so much more. The next thing I want to recommend is Journey into Mystery. Now, this is the comic that Thor from Marvel was originally introduced in. However, between issues 622 and 645, along with a couple of tie-ins from events and things, there was a very successful, well, successful's maybe not the right word, very interesting run written by Kieran Gillen, which featured Loki as a child. Now you can, if you've been spoiled on the story of God of War, you know why this is particularly relevant to God of War. I'm not going to spoil you properly, but it's notable in there. There's a lot of really complex and interesting things to do with Loki as a kid in Marvel, and the way that they do it in Journey into Mystery. It's a very interesting thing, and it's very well written, and I highly recommend that you check that out. It's a very, very clever run. Now moving swiftly on to the next thing that I'm going to recommend, which is another comic book written by Kieran Gillen. Might have a theme here. This one is The Wicked and the Divine, which I've recommended previously, but I felt that it was a very good fit for this one as well, because it also features gods being dicks to each other, and yeah, that fits pretty well with God of War. There's a lot of interesting stuff, and Woden is a complete prick. So, spoiler alert, Mimir also ends up being a talking head in this one. So, the final recommendation I have for you is American Gods by Neil Gaiman, which is a wonderful take on mythology and America and all this stuff, and also features Odin and Loki pretty prominently, and a demigod that's a son of a powerful god. So there's all sorts of stuff that's kind of in there, and features many similar, again, themes to God of War. So, you know, you might want to check that out. Anyway, those are my recommendations. I would love to know what you think of them, so let me know down in the comments below. Did I miss anything out, do you feel? I would love to know, so let me know down there. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and that you remember to like and share it, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails down below to see other videos by me, and I will see you guys next time.